Whoa, hold up there. Before you jump on that ride, is it going to make you sick? If you're concerned about what rides at Disney's Hollywood Studios might make you motion sick, then stick around because today we're ranking rides at Disney's Hollywood Studios from best to worst for those that are prone to get sick or lose your lunch. So, find out which of these rides are most likely to ruin your day. Hey Seekers, Tisha here with Seeking the Magic. With all the variety of rides and attractions at the Disney parks, some do tend to make some of their guests a bit queasy. And I'll tell you actually which rides I've had to step over puke on later in this video. If you're one who falls into the I get sick category or just curious which rides make people sick, stick around and see if any of these rides are ones that you'll want to avoid. If you have your own rankings for Hollywood Studios, let us know in the comments. Here are the rides at Hollywood Studios ranked by us from least to most likely to make guests motion sick. For us, coming in dead last is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This is a smooth, dark ride that takes you through several cartoon animated scenes with Mickey and Minnie Mouse and their misadventures. The ride is very tame, no spinning, and there are no 3D glasses or effects that make some people queasy. I can't imagine anyone getting motion sick on this ride. Even the most sensitive in our group can ride this over and over again without worrying of getting any type of motion sickness. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway use the newest trackless style ride, which makes this attraction ultra smooth. We give this a 0 out of 5 sick emojis because it's very tame, smooth, and doesn't spin or have sudden movements. Next up on our list, the Resistance, us. We are running from Kylo Ren and the First Order in Rise of the Resistance. This is another smooth, trackless ride that doesn't spin or have any emotions that would cause motion sickness. In fact, the first half of this ride is partly the experience of getting captured. Well, I don't actually want to spoil what you have to go through to get into the actual ride for those of you who haven't experienced it yet. Let's just say that once you do get on the actual ride, it's not going to cause you any type of motion sickness. For this, we give Rise of the Resistance a 1 out of 5 sick emojis just because you have to deal with the First Order and that could cause a select few of us to get really nauseous. To infinity and beyond! Slinky Dog Dash. This one is one of my favorite roller coasters of all times. It is very tame and a great roller coaster for younger kids to get used to the up and down motion of roller coasters. It never gets going too fast, it doesn't just go around in circles, and it has enough dips and turns to make it so fun and exciting, even for adults. But not excessively so that it causes any type of motion sickness. As far as roller coasters go, this is about as tame as you can get, but it's still worth going on even for adults. And this is true because of the wait times that you see every day for this roller coaster. Everyone loves it. For this reason, we give it a 2 out of 5 sick emojis just because it does have a few dips and some acceleration that has made a select few queasy. Okay, the next one up on our list is also a Toy Story themed experience. It's called Toy Story Mania. Okay, so now we're getting into some tricky territory, 3D glasses. With 3D glasses plus the movement of the ride, it can cause someone who doesn't typically experience motion sickness to feel sick. Thankfully, Toy Story Mania doesn't spin around too fast, but it does spin. And with the added 3D screens and glasses, it can cause some motion sickness. However, there are no fast movements or anything extreme at all. So for this, I give it a 2 puke emojis because we're in 3D glasses territory, and that can mess with some people. All right, we're headed back to the fight against the First Order and the Resistance. Back to Star Tours. By the way, did you know that they've added new scenes to Star Tours with Andor, Ahsoka, and The Mandalorian? Has anyone seen these yet? Let me know if you have and smash that subscribe button too. This attraction, like Toy Story Mania, is also 3D and requires glasses, but it's also much more intense. On this attraction, you board a starship, which is basically a small pod on a bunch of hydraulics that move the pod around. simulating moving and crashing into things in outer space. With the combination of 3D effects and the more intense movement, I have given this attraction a 3 puke emojis because this one can get more intense and people sometimes complain about getting queasy on this ride. Alright y'all, next up on our list is Tower of Terror. This is such an iconic ride. Unfortunately, one that has some negative effects on its unsuspecting guests. In fact, my younger brother had a bad experience on this ride the first time he went on it, and to this day, I can't get him back on it. Maybe y'all could help me out. He said he might be willing to try it again if he could be in a video. We'll see if we can make it happen. Let us know below if he should do it. I think with this ride, it's the suspense leading up to the free falling over and over and over again. It's a mixture of being scared, the suspense, and then the extreme rapid fallings and the ascending motion that makes people sick on this ride. In fact, just as last time I rode this ride, I had to step over someone's motion sickness that they had left all over the floor. Yuck. So if you ride this attraction, be warned, it's not for the faint of heart. I give this a 4 out of 5 puke emojis because this one is a doozy. Alright y'all, we just have a few left. The next one we have on our list is Smugglers Run. This is another Star Wars simulator attraction and it's more intense than Star Tours. And your crew is in charge of how rough and bumpy it will be. This can either be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your crew. However, this ride does not require 3D glasses. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would be able to go on this one. You sit in 3 rows as 2 pilots, gunners, and engineers. As long as your pilots are decent, you should be fine. If not, well, good luck. We give this 4 out of 5 puke emojis because you have a chance if you recruit a decent pilot. Also, there's a really cool hack to this ride where if you do the right things, you can make Chewbacca your pilot. Has anyone ever done this? Let me know in the comments. Alright, we've made it to our last ride that we're ranking at Disney's Hollywood Studios. You've probably heard of this one. It's called Rock and Roller Coaster. And here we go, our final and worst rated ride at Disney's Hollywood Studios for those who tend to be motion sick. This has to be, no, it actually is the most intense roller coaster in all of Disney World. You might not even know before you go on this ride because it's dark inside, meaning that it's all indoors. But this ride is intense. It starts out blazing fast, shooting you off into several loops, twists, and turns. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this ride. It's a blast, but there is a reason I don't have any videos of me on this ride. It's so intense, I'm afraid of losing my camera on a loop. In fact, I'd say that this is the most intense attraction at Disney. I literally can't think of one that is more intense than this. If you can think of one, just let me know in the comments, but I stand on my word that I think this is the most intense. For this ride, I have to give it a 5 out of 5 puke emojis, as this is a fast, intense roller coaster with loops, twists, and turns that will all get to even the hardest of stomachs. Okay, Seekers, did I miss any attractions that you would like to add? What about alien swirling saucers? Where would you put this in my rated list? Comment below and let me know. Also, subscribe to see more videos just like this. As always, let's just keep seeking the magic together. See you next time.